One of the most common interview questions for backend developers is what's the difference between SQL and NoSQL databases? And most developers answer this question way too technically. They start talking about relational databases, schemas, document stores, but interviewers usually care about something much more practical. They want to know if you understand when to use SQL and when to use NoSQL. So let's make this simple. SQL databases store data in tables. Rows, columns, relationships, everything is structured and predefined. Before you store data, you usually define exactly what the structure should look like. For example, maybe every user must have an ID, email, password, and created date. SQL databases are very strict about data consistency. That's why SQL databases are extremely common in systems where data accuracy is critical. Think about banking apps. If you transfer $500, you really don't want the database randomly falling halfway through. That's exactly why SQL databases became so popular. Now, NoSQL databases work very differently. Instead of strict tables, NoSQL databases usually store flexible documents. And this flexibility is actually the biggest advantage, because in real applications data change constantly. Maybe today users have usernames, tomorrow you add profile photos, next week you add social links. With NoSQL, changing your data structure is usually much more easier. That's why NoSQL became extremely popular for social media apps, analytic systems, real-time platforms, and large-scale distributed systems. Databases like MongoDB and Redis are everywhere now. Now here's the most important part for interviews. The biggest mistake candidates make is treating NoSQL like a replacement for SQL. It's not. These databases solve different problems. SQL focuses more on consistency and relationships. NoSQL focuses more on scalability and flexibility. And honestly, in modern systems, companies often use both at the same time. For example, maybe PostgreSQL stores financial transactions, while Redis handles caching, and MongoDB stores analytics or user activity. That's how real systems are usually built. So if you want a strong interview answer, don't just explain definitions. Explain the trade-offs. Explain when SQL is better and when NoSQL is better. That immediately makes you sound much more senior. Thank you for watching. Follow the Dare interview for daily interview questions.